This computer is messing with me today. It's testing. Why is that not? What? Ooh. Hold on. This should fix it. Hey, friends. This computer is messing with me today. I don't know what's going on, man. I had to restart. I don't know. I launched Steam earlier, and, like, boy, something was going on there. Steam, like, just hammered this computer in some strange way. What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Farting Around Friday. Fear of God Friday. Who in chat knows for absolute certain if I update 3.0 ELRS 3.0.0 to 3.5, who knows for absolute certain whether or not I'll have to rebind everything? In reference to 2 days ago's live stream, the new Hummingbird V3.1 race, in addition to the new Hummingbird V3.1 non-race, these both have this newbie drone specific version of Betaflight on them, and it would appear that the problem is that they don't jive with ELRS 3.0.0. Because both these two have the same AIO, but this AIO on the non-race version has like motor plugs and the fancy LEDs and stuff. Neither one of these will bind. So I talked to Newbie Drone about it yesterday, and they think it's because I'm on too old of a version of ELRS. And so my question becomes, if I guess while I'm updating it, I might as well put the binding phrase on there. But there are quite a few, what is it? Is it SPI? It's either SP, I think it's SPI that you can't use the binding phrase. Might be UART based, but I think it's SPI. There are some rigs that you can't use the binding phrase. And if I have to rebind everything, that's a bit much. That's, and like, here's the other thing. There's rigs that like are barely bound the way that they are. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to sign up for... I also feel like absolute garbage. I don't know what happened. I slept last night, but I must not have slept properly because I feel like a bag... I almost canceled the stream. I feel so awful. But we shall persevere. Who knows? Who knows for sure? Yeah. Look, I've got a lot of rigs with ELRS receivers, some of them all-in-ones, some of them buried within 3-inch rigs. And yeah, if I'm gonna lose the bind on everything, that is outrageous. That's gonna snowball into hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work. And I just don't know about that. I don't know if I'm down for that. I'm also going to pull the bell off of the Mobula 6 2024 while it's still attached to try to swap it tonight. So we'll see if that's a complete nightmare. CXBFPV says, gotta go with a binding phrase, then you won't have to worry when upgrading firmware. Yeah, there's something about... There's... Lewis says, you use binding phrase on both. On SPI, you just put the phrase into Betaflight. Is that what it is? Okay. Nobody seems to know. For sure. If I'm going to lose the binds. I have to assume that I'm going to lose the binds. Everybody just keeps saying binding phrase. Binding phrase can go to hell. You hear me? LOL the Kittison, there we go. He says, I don't think I've ever had to rebind after updating. That's what I want to hear. Just, look, just lie to me. Uriel says, you have to upgrade always. Yes, it's a nightmare, like 3D printing all open source. It sucks. Brian Anderson says, but then you'll be bound and then you can... Oh, God. Hockey Round says, it'll be fine. Cool. Done. I'm putting a Micro V onto the HD0 rig at the moment because it deserves it. And I want HD0 to not break up like crazy. The way that HD0 breaks up drives me nuts. And so the little garbage whip antenna with the ground plane removed is just like making the situation so much worse. And so, yeah. Here we have it. These are the slightly shortened ORT Micro Vs custom that I custom ordered from them. You can contact them and order your own. Minimum quantity of 10. So if you've got if between you and your friends you've got 10 tiny whoops, yeah, you can get some custom length ORT Micro Vs. It's hard to find the Micro V in stock anywhere. I think that Race Day Quads is the only place that actually sells it. And so getting custom ones is an awesome idea because you can just order them direct. I'm hoping that this UFL doesn't break off since like every other UFL that I've used lately has broken off when I've tried to remove the antenna. So far, so this is the HD0 AIO5 board. I don't know why I'm having such an impossible time snapping this UFL down to it, but alas. Sometimes UFLs be a pain in the ass. Can you please just go? Fair warning. With the apparent no sleep situation that I've got going on right now, I might be a little bit... Might be? I'm going to be grumpy tonight. I just feel like my eyes are a mess. I can't see not being grumpy. I can't see coming. I almost couldn't see coming into work today. I almost canceled the damn live stream. I just feel awful. I don't know what's going on. There we go. I got it. And I managed to pop the AIO off of a bunch of the grommets. That's great. All right, let's put it back on here. Get back down there, you little bastard. Look at that. AIO 5. I want to give you guys a weight on this. I feel like I have the heaviest AIO 5 on Earth. Also, apparently, one of the screws, either I forgot to put the fourth screw in, or it backed itself out. Because the front screw on this canopy was just not there. It wasn't flying bad, though. It was flying fine, so it apparently didn't need that front screw, but hey, away we go. In the chat, Metal Dirt's going to his first, Troy Prelog, Northern Tier, Anonymous, Douglas 6, Gusto, Spaceman Spiff, Lewis, LOL the Kittison, Pequeño Frijole, Uriel, Hockey Round, Safe Zone FPV, Freelojo, Daniel 1964, Joe Fotoleo, Technique, Justin Bates, also surprise guests, Eva FPV and Izzy Boop. Have just arrived. I was waiting for the dog to go crazy to tell you guys. So yeah, they'll be dwelling on the couch, which will be fun. Oh, so the front screw fell out because this frame, the front screw hole is stripped. So that's fun, but not fun. Maybe it will stop backing out now. I need to switch this frame. Oh, I'm putting it back together, and then it's just gonna fall apart again. I'll at least give you a wait. I need to reframe this thing though. My HD0 AIO5 build, which is Newbie Drone Cockroach V3 frame, 702 Weebleed 40,000s. Gemfan 1210 props, old school Mobula 6 canopy, the light camera AIO 5, and now, oh, also BT 2.0, and now Micro V, True RC Jesus, ORT Micro V. Yeah, mine's a fatty, 21.16 grams. But it's meant for freestyle and it's meant for durability, and those two things mean heavy. They don't have to, but sometimes they do. Boy, is that annoying that that front screw hole is stripped out. I'm tempted to just throw like a little tiny bit of crazy glue on here. If you ever think that a screw hole in a frame is stripped out, make sure that you push down on the screw a bunch. You might just have your screw in between the the screw hole and the grommet, but in this that is not the case here. This is legitimately stripped. What you can do though with the newbie drone frames is you can drill through the screw hole. It's open on the bottom, so you can drill through. There's a flat part in the middle. Drill a tiny little hole through there, and then it can thread into that. I'm actually going to do that. Not right now, because I would have to go get and drill. I mean, I'm surprised I can't just push through the plastic. No, it ain't going. But yeah, there you go. AIO 5 is back until I update the bind. Until I update the version of ELRS on my transmitter, and then all hell breaks loose. So let me get caught up on chat, and then I will ruin everything. Joe says, "What up, dude? Hello, chat." Uriel says, "Thought you were going to ask the meaning of life." Middleton says, "If you are on binding phrase, no rebinding needed. If they're bound any other way, 90% sure, but I never do it that way, so wouldn't stake my life on it." Awesome. Hockey Round says, "Times are changing." Uriel says, "Chocolate milk also." What? Uriel also says, "You have to upgrade always." Yes, it's a nightmare. Oh, we got that one a minute ago. Brandon Anderson says, "But then you'll be bound, and then you can..." I'm not going to say that. Hockey Round says it'll be fine. Lewis says, "What if I don't have friends?" Or I don't remember what I said. Justin Bates says, Black Market FPV recently had a bunch of Micro Vs. I bought 6. Nice. All right, cool. We're caught up. Good. Fair warning. This might be a shorter live stream. I feel like a box of smashed assholes. Actually, before we go into the ELRS possible nightmare, I'm going to show you how to pull the bell on a tiny little motor. These are 0702s. And I've never done it this way, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, okay. So, here's what you do. I usually do this with the motor off, but there's a chance I can do it with it on here. So, that noise. All right, so you take a look at the C-clip. I have to bring all the light in the world in here. You take a look at the C-clip, and the open part of the C-clip, you're going to try to get... I have these smooth-tipped precision pliers. These work perfect for it. You're going to want something similar to this. So, hold on. Let's move this back a little bit. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to come onto the... This is a great way to lose this C-clip, by the way. If you don't have extras of these C-clips, probably don't do this. But we're going to put the one part of the jaws on the motor shaft and the other part in the C-clip. And all you're trying to do initially is get it started. All right, so you're just trying to get it started. And that's... Nope, that's not quite there. That's what you want. You just want to get a little gap in between the bottom. See how it backed off a little bit? And now is when you're going to lose it. Now you just want to take one of the sides and just give it a little push. All right, and it actually snapped back on. Wow, it is... This is This might be impossible for me to do while I'm showing you guys. It's like just the camera angle is impossible, and I can't wear my nerd goggles to see what the hell I'm doing. Also, the motor it's still attached to the quad. Let's try to pop it out here. Let me try to hold it here and do it. One of the other things is, in order to not lose the C-clip, one of the things that I do is I put my finger over it, which I'll try to show you in a minute. All right, so the C-clip popped back on. So the first thing you're doing is just trying to get it started. So you're going to go one side of the jaws on the motor shaft, the other side on the ears of the C-clip. All right? Yeah, like if I show this to the camera, I can't see what I'm doing. There you go. That's exactly what you want. That's how it started. See how it backed off a little bit? See that little gap there? And so now you just need to take one of the little ears and push it down. Okay? And I'm going to do that with my finger over here so I don't lose the C-clip. So you put your finger like that, and then, hold on, make sure it's facing downwards. All right. Put your finger over side of it and then just nudge it down. And because it's already been started, that should be enough to kick it the rest of the way off. And now it's off. Now it's no longer under tension. Got it? And so now you can just pop it right off with your fingertip. And now you didn't lose it. If you want to be super safe, do that inside of a clear plastic bag. But holy hell, does that make it harder to do. So now you've got two washers on here. You've got a metal washer on top and like a little Teflon washer below. This is still a great time to lose these guys. Be super careful. Take your fine tip tweezers and don't put any pressure on this. Wiggle it back and forth. Wiggle, 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 and it'll pop off. If you put any amount of pressure on there, they will go firing off into never, never to be found again land. And so it's metal on the bottom and then Teflon against the bushing. Cool? Save those. Now you can just pull your bell right on off. I'm doing it with these tweezers so that I can keep it on camera. I'm sick of this. Just grab the bell and pull it off. No big deal. All right, now look. There's another set of those washers in there. Save them. This has a bent motor shaft, so this is going in the garbage. But save these two washers. They're the same washers on the bottom. Eventually, when you lose those bottom washers, you'll have an extra set here. So real carefully go in there with your fine tip tweezers and get them on out. Pick them on up. Just get them to the end of the shafty and then grab them sideways. Use very little to no force. Just wobble it, wobble it, wobble it, wobble it, and there you go. And now, for whatever reason, it's Teflon facing upwards here and then metal on the bottom. It could be because when it makes thrust, it pulls upwards. But yeah, the Teflon is always on top and then the metal is on bottom, whether that's inside the bell above the stator or down below the stator. I've done it the other way around, and it hasn't necessarily made a difference that I can tell, but, you know, Happymodel probably knows better than us. What you can do at this point with this little guy is smash it and make a little magnet that you can put on your toolbox, but you got to smash the, you know, this motor shaft is donezo. And so what I'll do is, I'll do it over here. I put these guys like this, and you're going to bang the metal shaft out. Hey, by the way, there's another C-clip on the top here that's the same C-clip as the bottom. This is a great time to steal that. So let's do that real quick. I'm just going to do it here since I already showed you guys the one way of doing it. It's the same kind of deal. Just get it started. I got it started there, and then just pry it the rest of the way out. And now you've got an extra C-clip for when you inevitably lose one of those. The key is to put your finger on the side. Did you see? I'm so used to doing it, I just do it out of habit. You get it started, and when you get it started, it's under tension. and then you put your finger on the side and just try to like nudge it, and that'll kick it enough, but your finger will drag it, and now you've got an extra C-clip. Save that. You'll need it at some point. Cool. And so now you can actually smack this out in either direction. It kind of doesn't matter. The way that I do it is to put it in the jaws of this guy, put it all the way in there, and then it gives me an excuse to use the hammer, which is always a plus, you know? And what's really insane is how hard you need to hit it to get this damn thing out. Like, we somehow managed to slip these shafts from flying them around, but in actuality, we're slipping the shafts when we're putting propellers on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sometimes it's really hard to get these motor shafts out. Let me bash this somewhere else so that it doesn't completely deafen the poor bastards that are wearing headphones. Hold on. There we go. And you'll hear it when it lets go. It's very obvious. There it goes. And so I'm pushing it down through. It'll actually go out either side. But yeah, I've pushed it down and through. And there we go. And so now that motor shaft is out. This motor shaft is bent, so it is trash. But this little motor bell, we can put with the others right there. And now there's 3 of them. There's lots more spread out all over the basement. Oh, look at that. So these are Happymodel motors. These are the Happymodel motors that come on the Module 6 2024. And if you look here, that is what a knurled motor shaft looks like. Weebleed were the first ones to ask Happymodel to start doing that on their motors, and now I guess that Happymodel has just done it on all of their motors. This knurling is why. So see how the knurling is just straight bits there? Hold on. I'm explaining this in a horrible way. The reason why you keep ruining your motors, putting propellers on, is because, it's not because, but that knurling does not help you when you ram a motor on there too hard. Because that knurling is just straight up and down, that helps with twisting, but it doesn't help with when you just push really hard down on the propeller. When you push really hard down on the propeller, that knurling doesn't help. You're pushing the motor shaft down through the bell, and vice versa when you take the prop off. And so, yeah, if they could somehow do the knurling like a crosshatch, that would now help in the rotational direction as well as in the up and down direction. But that's not what they're doing. I don't think that they can on a motor shaft that's that small, would be my guess. But yeah, that's why forcing propellers on and off is what kills these motors rather than rotational stuff like a prop getting blocked or something like that. Not that they really have enough power once the prop gets blocked, but this is also why I used to say that you like twist the propellers when you put them on and off. I don't know about that. I've stopped saying to do that. I stopped saying to do that a long time ago. There's no reason to do it anyway. Get a 0.99 millimeter drill bit, and that's what you want. That's the right way to get these props on and off, so that you don't have to put too much force on them in either direction. That's the hard part of getting that motor bell off. I don't know where I'll find it now. Hold on. Let's get it all the way fixed. Let's do it all the way. I forgot to get the replacement bell out, but it's just in this box here. Hang on. So I think it's in here. Hey. So I've got 2 bells that in theory are straight. Let's see what they're marked as. One of them says 0702 32,000. They're both 32,500s. That's fine. They're both red. They'll be all right. It'll look a little weird, but that's what she said. It'll look weird, but perform just fine. plenty of you know what that's about. Okay, so this is a bell that I saved at some point that the stator let go, which is very rare. Usually on these tiny whoop motors, the bell lets go, but the stators are fine. But I think that in this case, it's the opposite. It looks like there are still... It looks like there's still the washers in there, but I'm going to take a quick look with the 5X loop just to confirm that. And yeah, there are indeed. There's the Teflon washer, there's the metal washer. Okay, so here's the process in reverse. The bell is just going to drop right on once you have the washers on there. So drop that on in there. All right. And then the washers will not still be stuck to the bottom. You are going to have to do that for sure. So put your nerd goggles back on and pick these guys up. Remember, it's metal on the bottom, Teflon on the top. Hello! And then, did you try it yet? Is it good?
I'm trying it right now.
Awesome.
What are you talking about?
Give me 1 second. I'm right in the middle of surgery.
Hey, do you want to do surgery on mine?
Nope. All right, so there we go. So the washers go on. And then, oh my God. You got to be super careful. This is also where these washers try to escape to Never Never Land. Just be patient. It's because they're getting caught on the notch in the bottom that the C-clip hangs onto. It kind of helps to come off on the side a little bit here. And try to push it flat. There it goes. And so once you get it over that top part of the notch, you're not out of the woods yet. You still have the bottom part, just kind of working around a little bit. Get in there. You bastard, you. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Whatever's making Maggie laugh, stop it. All right, so we got the Teflon washer on. We'll get that one down. The metal one just tried to pop off. Teflon one's down. Now we're going metal. Get it back on there.
There we go.
And again, just be patient. This is when they can shoot off forever. You have to get these all the way down because the C-clip has to come up on top of them. So you have to get them absolutely flat on the bottom bushing. And there it is. That's the way you want it to look. All the way flat down so that you have that entire groove for the actual C-clip to go on. And now you can take either one of those C-clips that you pulled off, either from the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter. And now here is another part of the sort of trick, is you're going to get this started so that you... What are you laughing at?
I'm watching as he poses in the camera.
It's not on.
Oh, it's not there. Oh, okay.
This is my thinking pose.
Oh,
All right.
I see. Okay.
So you just got to get it to kind of stick to the side of the stator. All right, there you go. So you get it started there where it's just hanging out, and then you push it on just a little bit, and you can tell by the little jaws. See how it's starting to kind of surround the motor shaft there? That's good. That's where you need it to be. And now you're going to take needle nose pliers that look like these. And this is the other opportunity that you have to lose this thing forever. And it's the reverse, where you got to get it started first, and then you can push it the rest of the way on. So you're going to use the motor shaft, and then the bottom here, and get it started. All right, and see now it popped off. You got to go back to the tiny little fellas to get it kind of started again. And a lot of times it'll just... And it's gone. And it's gone. And it's always stuck to the side of the motor if it's not in the carpet. Gone forever. So grab it back from the side of the motor. Can somebody lift this camera up again?
Yeah, how?
Just handhold it. And then like look down. Yeah. And then use OBS as your remote monitor. All right, so there it is. That's getting it started. That's where you need it to be. And then you come in with the needle nose and you're going, oh, you bastard. You're going on there. That's perfect. And then you're trying to grab it on the one side.
Eva, you want to hold this? I have meth hand.
And the other side goes on the motor shaft. And now if you do this with your finger over the top like that, you can maybe not lose the C-clip. Meth hands, Jesus. All right, I need to put the nerd goggles on to be able to do this. I cannot. My vision is wrecked. So
he's hot as fuck right now.
nerd goggles are important, my friends. Let everybody in the room laugh at you. You'll be the one having more fun with your tiny whoop in no time. There it is.
I have plenty of fun with my tiny whoop. Thank you very much.
And there it is. That's
Not
it,
everyone
friends.
calls it that, though.
See, and now it won't go all the way on because come on. Come on, you bastard! There, see, it works every time. It won't go all the way on because the jaws are in the way a little bit, but you've got it almost all the way, and then you just need to bump it a little bit.
A little percussive. It's never hurt anyone.
And at this point, you can do like angle the needle nose pliers a little bit, and there it is, and it just clicked all the way on. That's where either it's going to click all the way on, or it's going to fire off across the room, and you'll never find it again. And that's it. That is one of the hardest things to do,
Yeah,
but it's totally doable. It's absolutely doable once you do this a couple times. What is this? What is this?
That's Eva. That's fine.
Are you done with this? You can have it.
No, I need to swap the camera.
Oh, is this a 75?
No.
Oh no. Oh.
I just need to swap the camera.
I got you. Yeah, that's super hard to do, but you can absolutely do it. The third or fourth one you do, you'll actually be able to do it. Hello, friends!
Oh shit, wait. Hold on, let me put the... Right, so my name's Bot Grinder, and on this episode of shit. Hi.
On this episode of shit. Great.
That was a really good bot impression if you think about it.
Hopefully that... Yeah, it's a bit of a mess right now. Hopefully that motor bell is not bent. I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't have kept it if it wasn't, but yeah, there's a pretty good chance that it's bent. We'll see. But yeah, there you go. There's something that's admittedly difficult but totally doable. You need these, friends. If you don't have these, just do it. It's like, do you want to have fun or do you want to look cool when no one's looking? Get your shit done and have more fun. TSL, thank you for the subscription, my friends. Welcome to hell. Cool. So this is now good to go. I might as well bolt this motor back down. And we'll see. What else are we doing? Binding, updating ELRS. What a nightmare. Tokyo Dom says, not sure if you've updated ELRS yet, but you better be using the web flasher. Just Google ELRS web flasher. It can't be easier. Throw the full configurator in the trash. There it is. That's what you look like. That's how insane you look while wearing them. But look, man, nobody comes into your basement. You're safe. You're safe to wear them.
What flavor of autism do you have? I can tell you which one I have.
Don't we all? Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Those and 5X loop, but you can't, like, that job right there with the 5X loop sucks because the focal distance is really short, so you're fucking pirating it up like this. And you're trying to get the fucking the tweezers and the pliers, and you're stabbing yourself in the forehead with the... It's bad. It's bad. Get nerd goggles, my friends. Do it. Get yourself all the nerd goggles all the time.
What's up, Brandon?
Chat, say hello or I kill you.
What's up, Safe Zone FPV?
Did I miss anything here? Uriel says, save the next 2 months. The bending axes, then I want them.
Me too, bro.
Agreed. Thrash FPV says, thanks for recommending just getting an external VTX. Turns out it worked perfect on my 2S. I'm only up half a gram. Yeah, external VTXs are a pain in the ass, but they do work. Uriel says, my company policy used only once C-clip. C-clips are the worst. Thrash says, I've never looked for wire gauges before. What gauge size do you recommend for tiny whoop external VTX or receivers? 30 gauge for everything other than the power wires. The power wires, everybody uses 22 gauge, but Butterfly FPV says that on big power rigs, 20 gauge is a little bit better. I just did that on the VCI 0802.8 rig, and it didn't seem to make a difference, but it's not that much heavier. Kind of is what it is. I was going to say, are you still wearing the nerd goggles? No. I saw a reflection out of the corner of my eye. No, don't you dare. Those are mine.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, oh, by the way, when you get your nerd goggles, friends, they have a silly little LED in them, and then they have a battery door thing in here. If you put AA batteries in here, they become super uncomfortable. So just don't. The LED is not that great anyway, so just don't put batteries in them, and you'll be able to wear them for half an hour at a time. But yeah, get you some nerd goggles. I might have a link in the description to them. If I don't, just use my Amazon affiliate link if you don't mind. Hey, by the way, this is my full-time job. I would sure love you to help me keep doing this forever. Head on over to CiottiFPV.com. Patreon helps me out the most. Etsy has some fun stuff you can buy. Fiverr, you can work one-on-one with me. Teespring has some fun shirts and other random apparel. PayPal, if you don't want YouTube to take 30% of your money when you do a super chat. If you're going to do a PayPal, though, make sure you tag me in the chat and say, yo, check your PayPal, because you deserve a shout-out for supporting the insanity. And then look at all these affiliate links, yo. Change your bookmarks to affiliate links. Don't check out on a website without using someone's affiliate link. Doesn't have to be mine, just someone. Amazon, Get FPV, Pyro Drone, Race Day Quads, Newbie Drone, Weebleed, Beta FPV, FPV Cycle, Oh My God, Brain 3D, HD0, Flywheel, blah, 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 Emacs, Banggood, Camera Rudder, AliExpress. There you go. There's some other fun stuff down at the bottom here that'll make you laugh. Let's hang out together forever. Or else I'll say bad things about you. Nobody will know. All right, I'm caught up on chat. Ramdongo, no, I'm not. Ramdongo says, I just made macaroni and cauliflower cheese bake plus all the old cheese. It's amazing. Oh, and FPV stuff. Hi, all.
You made what?
Ramdongo's all over the place.
That's where it broke.
What broke? Oh, the video wire.
Yeah.
Oh, you lost video, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah, I have it in Castle Crash.
Ah.
So is this just a
broken
bug?
that long?
Yeah, I don't fix stuff.
I need a... Is there not...
Yeah, it's just a plug.
That propeller... Okay.
Why don't you tell me that this is just a plug to replace it?
Look what's going on over here. What'd you say, baby?
This is adorable. What's happening right now? It's like FPV workbench. Like friends come over, like, oh.
He's trying to do his job, and we're making it as hard as possible.
My life is a workbench. What are we going? High right.
This goes this way, I think.
All right. Throwing a... Why is that in there?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Maggie's losing it.
Maggie gets it all the time. Wait, what?
Super sensitive Novocaine, and then there's alcohol and all that.
Oh, yeah, the alcohol. GemFan 1219S props are ever so slightly
Y'all wish you had some of those right
undersized, so use your little jibbo jab. Wow.
I like immediately regret that.
This is insane.
What'd you say?
I didn't hear it either.
And there
I
you
didn't
go.
say anything. I made a terrible, terrible face.
I luckily didn't see it. I'll just pretend it didn't happen.
Someone will clip it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's already been clipped. Don't worry.
And there it is. The GemFan 1219s have a shallow little hub on them, so if you use one finger, you're going to go, ouch! But you'll be all right.
I like this little camera doodad you got.
There we go. Isn't that cool? Kevin Sumner made that. I've yet to do a live stream using it, but I need to. It's coming up.
Nice.
All right, let's see if this shit actually works now.
Let's see if I can ever plug this in.
Okay. So,
I didn't think so.
I don't want people seeing me at the moment.
this...
I need to edit the trash out.
Can you do me a favor, unplug and plug that back in? You'll be able to reach it from the other side. I just can't get it from this side.
You have a lot of faith in my height.
Maybe you would do it.
You hey, come here.
It's like just high enough.
shit, fuck. Unplug and replug that.
Yay! Thank you. All right, that should come back up. VRX. Man, this computer is testing me today.
Have you ever seen Aaron
What is happening with the mouse? There we go.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
like an absolute?
It's the best.
Yeah, it's the best part of his live streams.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Is
When
it
you have a
really?
fucking meltdown.
Oh, it's coming. Tonight's the night.
When he has like real meltdowns.
I'm running on like minimal to no sleep apparently.
The first time I saw him have a meltdown, I was like, you need to.
Is this the right way?
I was like,
Apparently Maggie's never met men before.
In her defense, she shouldn't.
right.
I mean, it shouldn't be a thing,
Have
but
you
it
met
certainly
men?
is.
They're terrible.
Can
Anyway, hi,
ELRS
chat.
bind? It should be 3. What the hell? Why you know? Wait,
Making it
it
lower.
claims that it's what?
Trying
It
to.
claims that it's bound. What is happening here? The transmitter says that it's connected. That was weird. Okay. We'll just unplug it and plug it. So that's the transmitter saying, hey, we're bound, but then
Is this the right plug?
why am I not getting RSSI or what the hell? That's a
Maybe it
new
was
one.
Upside down.
Is there a drone on the floor? What is he
I was on camera for a second.
Oh.
I was making.
Teddy's looking at
That's a
the
new
There's like
one.
87 drones. There.
Let's
Oh,
try
okay.
rebinding it, I guess.
He's ready- he's
1,
waiting for one of them to take off.
Yeah.
2, 3. This is how binding is supposed to work, friends. You plug it and unplug it 3 times. Go to bind mode. Hit bind. It binds.
Damn, that's crazy. You're so smart.
What?
Wrong ELRS version.
I mean, maybe? Yeah, this is we're well on our way.
I love
This
man-made
is the
art
right plug.
beyond comprehension.
Oh, it is model match. Good call, Freelojo. I changed model match to try to get the other Bing Bong into the Fling Flong, and it betrayed me. Execute. Man, good. Look at you, Freelojo. Quick with the model match call out. Well, what the hell? Where's model match? There it is. On to off.
Why do you use model match?
There we go. I don't. But something that people said on the stream last night with the Hummingbird rig that wouldn't bind was maybe it needs model match. So today I was like, okay, I'll do it.
I had one build once that needed model
But it
match,
didn't
and I
help
wanted
it.
to throw it the fuck out because of that.
Yeah, like on the stream yesterday, I was like, well, I'm not willing to run model match, so it can just go away if that's the deal.
Exactly.
There it is. Look at that. Freelojo, the fucking rock star of the live stream tonight. Look at you, my fucking hero.
As a reward, you get $0.
As a reward, you get nothing, and you like it. It is not really any better. Wait, no, that's. Oh no, we're good. It's good. It's doing something weird though. It's awful vibraty. But it does work. Ah!
Dog, that's a window.
He gonna lick it. Small dog and his disgusting toy. This toy smells worse than anything on earth.
Disgusting. Aaron won't let me throw it out, by the way.
It will not be thrown out.
I can fix you. Never mind. You fixed yourself. God, you're so good at mental health.
Oh! Ooh, I almost got a little teddy face. She said I'm good at mental health. I mean, it's sort of like mental health. Man, I feel horrible, but I'm like, I feel like I haven't slept in a month, but I'm actually flying half
got
decent.
it?
This is
Okay.
weird. Teddy spaghetti monster, I'm gonna eat your face. There's some strange. Oh, wow. There was a big old schnauzer beard just all up in my shit. Oh man. Look how brave you are, dog. Yeah, get it. Look, you're taller than it, so you can dominate it. Oh my god, look at this dog. Is there anything better?
It's like he wants to eat it. Like he's like. Oh, you get so close to him. That's
Yeah, it's so it's way better for the it's way better with this
That was totally intentional, what you just did.
motor bell, but it's all intentional, man. It's all intentional, baby. It's not perfect though. There's still some weirdness. What is happening with you, little buddy? Oh my god! No! Don't fall down back there. Thank you. All right, let's see. See if I can troubleshoot this in turtle mode.
Exclusive Izzy ass on stream.
Right front is the... Oh, wow. Okay. So it's... I put a bell on that's just as banged up. Great! So I'll do all that over again off the live stream. Yeah, this bell is just as banged up as the one that I took off.
FPV is
That's interesting, though. It's way better. It was... Wow, it was way worse with that other bell. Strange. But it is flyable now. So I'll keep pounding on it.
I could never.
I will not swap this out until it's a hot mess again. And
He also made a career out of objectively
We'll see.
the worst drones in the world.
We'll see.
i.e. Tiny Whoops.
Are they the worst?
They're just terrible.
They're the best. But
They're
the
there. worst.
Why won't you
All
get
right.
in here?
so updating
What
ELRS
is wrong with you?
is unfortunately where we're now at. No, hold on. Let's get caught up with chat. Every Day with Bruno says, what's the best motor for the Grinderino currently? No such thing as best. There's just different. You want to be anywhere between
X-Nova
1404 and 2004.
What was that X-Nova
Yeah, I mean,
one
it depends.
that had the shaft on it?
But
The red one?
what I have on mine is what Izzy's talking about, which is the X-Nova 1804 3500 kV.
That's what it was.
Unfortunately, 3500 kV is a little bit on the low side, so you're going to have to run a really pitchy propeller to offset that. But it's a great motor. There's
or-
also, what?
The 1S walks down VTX and a AIO. That's what I run. And the power to weight ratio is nuts. I use an AIO. It's the
So you have it built really light. What's it weigh?
like nothing. It's sub 250. Well, with a battery, it's like 2.
I'll never
60.
recommend an AIO for the record. So you do you,
Yeah.
but to me, the Grinderino is a frame that you don't have to use an AIO on. So for me, don't run an AIO. Do a 20x20 stack. But that is one way to get around it, is to just make it really lightweight, and then you don't need that.
Officially, I don't recommend anything, as you just fucking
yeah.
said.
I mean,
This plug is borked.
is it?
I think so.
They use that stupid little JST.
Can we talk about how she has a
0.8.
gallon in her hand right now?
That's
There she
Aaron
is.
did this.
See what I wrote on it?
Drink.
Just keep the kids off of it.
Yo.
Keep the kids out of there.
Maggie, I love you so much.
So yeah, there's also the T-Motor 1604, which is you can get it in a little bit higher of a kV. You could always just run like 5S. There are 5S 550 mAh batteries that are great. You could totally do that as long as your ESC can handle it. That'll fix the 3500 kV issue. Yeah, a couple different ways you can do it. But it depends on your all-up weight. It depends on what you want, how much power you want. Yeah, but between 1404 and 2004 is where you want to be. And then
Well,
in terms of 4S, you want to
Very
be
good.
between 3500 kV and like 4600 kV or so, somewhere in that range. The higher the kV, the more power. The bigger the motor, the more power. Obviously, the bigger the motor, the heavier the higher the all-up weight. So you got to balance that out. But there you go. Every Day with Bruno says, what is also the best sim for tiny whoops, or most realistic? Just fly. For like the sim is for like when it's raining or when you don't want to go out and break all your shit. Tiny whoops are damn near indestructible, and you can fly them in the house. So fly. Just fly your tiny whoops around the house. I don't really see much of a point in using the sim for tiny whoops. because of that, I haven't really tried the like. There's a tinywhoop.com specific sim, which is apparently really good for racing. Here's the other thing: is that none of the sims are really all that great for freestyle. They're more geared towards racing.
None of them really feel like a whoop anyway. Like I've tried a few of them, and none of them felt right.
Yeah. Velocidrone does have tiny whoops in it. Velocidrone seems to still have the best of the physics. So yeah, gun to my head, it would be Velocidrone, but just fly your tiny whoops for real. Yeah, the sim is good for the rigs that are either expensive to fly because they break all the time, right? 5-inch, not all the time, but you know what I mean. Or you have to go drive a half an hour and or have a sunny, non-rainy day to fly them in. That's where the sim is magic. Yeah, one of the magic things about tiny whoops is that you can just sit here and fly them. So do that. Yes, the full FPV experience being had.
She's getting so pissed.
Yes.
Super fucking annoyed with this.
It makes me so happy when other people hate FPV as much as me.
Switch to the
Alfaxa says, how about the BattleBots build? Never gonna happen. But
so this little
you don't
camera
want a battle
plug.
bots with bot?
That's right. He started. That's
There's-
so insane.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all backwards. Is that not obnoxious?
Focus, you fuck.
That one does not focus. The close. The other one focuses close.
This plug is like, I don't know if that shows up, but it's like warped slightly, and I can't get the
Yeah, what the hell's happening
can't get the
there?
plug out or plug in.
Use that 5x loop. That'll help. That's the most magnification I have here.
Which way does it go?
Other way. Yeah. And the focal distance is like a quarter of an inch. It's ridiculous. Nope. Justin Bates says, have you ever looked at either the Weebleed Skyscraper or Tiny Whoop Snowblower motors? Both are 802 25,000 kV with 1.5mm shafts. Wondering if they would be a good option for 75mm 1S build. Tiny Whoop has 802 27,000s, the iGal motors. Those are a better choice. If you don't want the extra kV, you can just motor limit it down in Betaflight in the PIDs tab. There are also the vegan. Well, I guess these are the skyscrapers. 802 25,000. What's cool about these is they have the slightly lighter weight EX bell. But I'll still take the extra 2,000 kV of the iGal motors. Plus, the iGal motors are purple, which is the best color, as we all know. I guess they are, yeah. So yeah, they're good for a lightweight 75mm analog 1S build.
This part of it.
So
I just have to worry about the cable.
But yeah, the iGal motors are my favorite. The 27,000s are awesome. You're right though, Justin Bates. They're not never available, but yeah, they come in and out of stock. Ramdongo says, I just made. Oh no, we got that. Thrash says, are the Nerd goggles with batteries in heavier than HD0 goggles with a VRX? No, nothing is heavier than that. HD0 goggles are heavier than the sun. Every day with Bruno's. Oh no, we got that. Lewis says, got a bind and fly recommendation for my brother. Cheaper would be nice, probably 65mm. Mobula 6 2024 if you want to upgrade it in the future. Betaflight Air 65 if you never want to upgrade it. Those two bind and flies are amazing.
You said the Mob 6?
Yeah, the
Mob 6.
2024?
Mobula 6 2024.
Yeah, it's great.
I might just be dumb.
Get that.
I had it upside down.
Oh my god.
In my defense, the pins look like they were on the bottom, so I was trying to line it up with the pins.
It's
and
a
there
JST,
was a part of the plastic that was bent, and I had to scrape it out with an X-Acto knife.
It's a JST 0.8 plug,
Yeah.
and you can barely see where the pins are in
Yeah.
those. Those plugs are obnoxious.
And you can see like the pins where it like goes down like to the PCB
right.
through it as well. So I
Right.
was seeing those.
William Loesch says, I'm getting a resonance oscillation on my 5-inch at certain RPM. I tightened all the hardware. It helped
This
a
one's
lot.
probably good.
What would I
It just needs
tune
that wire
first to
soldered
help this
on.
further? First thing you want to do is change propellers. If you're using gate breaker or If you're using Lumineer propellers, the propellers are the problem. Even if you're not using Lumineer propellers, switch to a different propeller. Try that first. If you're getting it at a certain RPM, then it's probably a frame resonance. Check for delaminated arms. Izzy, can you do me a favor and grab me that glide there in the corner? Thank you.
Which way is up with this camera?
Can you flip it?
Don't, but there is one of those right there on the shelf. The light blue one. You can look at where the wires come out of it. Yeah. Isn't that delightful? Isn't that great? Somebody printed that for me.
Adorable.
So take your quad like this. Wrap your index fingers around the motors like this. Put your thumbs in the bottom.
It's got a fucking hat on it.
Bend. Hat's from tinywoop.com.
Fucking adorable.
And bend these like this. You're trying to see if one arm bends more than the other, but check this out, right? Bend it, see how much flex there is, and now do the other two. If it'll be very obvious once you've checked all four if there's one arm that's starting to delaminate and bend. But sometimes delaminations don't even show up when you do this. The next trick will really catch the delams. It's to twist them. Grab the motors like this, put like your thumbs on the top of the motor shafts, and twist. Twisting is where you'll really start to catch delaminations that are happening early. So twist these two, rotate it, and then twist these two as well, and that'll find a delaminated arm. But yeah, if you go to like 36.5% throttle and it starts to oscillate, that's a vertical band. Those are the bands that the dynamic filters catch. So if the hardware is sound, then what you can do is add an additional dynamic notch. In the filtering tab, it's on the bottom left. Usually there's one single dynamic notch. If your RPM filtering is on, change that to 2, and in theory that'll target that other specific resonance. Good question, brother. Thrash says, is there a good way to make frames with 4 motor hole mounts, 3 hole mounts? There's not. Just drill it. I want to go from Module 8 frame to a Meteor 85 frame. I know. I heard it's more durable. Yeah, there's not a great way of doing that. It's going to be. I mean, you can certainly try to drill it, but I think the holes. So
I heard drill it. What?
Great.
Go away.
There's a Meteor 75X frame by Betaflight that has it's set up for either 4-bolt or 3-bolt. And 2 of the holes are like right on top of each other, so it's the other problem with trying to drill it out is going to be you have to get it absolutely perfect, or otherwise the motor shaft in the hole in the bottom of the frame is going to be offset, and then the C-clip is going to rub against the outside of the frame, and it's not going to run.
She's back together.
Someone appreciates me. See, somebody appreciates me.
Yeah. Dave T knows what's up.
Yeah, Dave T.
You're
my homie.
You can try to drill it. It's going to be tough though. That's what Maggie said. Ivan says hi. Uriel says it them help with your issues about comp, etc. Agreed. Justin Bates says, damn right I am. Justin Bates says, no, we got that. Thrash FPV says, how can I find the pad to wire an ELRS wire to if my cube antenna break off? So there's 4 pads. 3 of them are ground. 1 of them is active. You might be able to look at the trace in the PCB. I've never been able to do that.
You can use a thing.
Oh, you can use a multimeter, can't you?
Yeah, because if you touch it, you get connection through the grounds with the continuity mode.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Or you can just solder it to one pad, see if the ELRS says signal, solder it to another pad.
The Unga Bunga way.
Yeah, do it the Unga Bunga way. Join me in brute forcing everything in life.
The continuity,
you can absolutely do it with a multimeter.
The continuity mode, correct me if I'm wrong, it's if you go between like a 5-volt and one of the ground pads, it'll tell you continuity.
I think you would do it.
The other 5-volt, it'll tell you no.
I think you would do it ground to ground. Yeah, because the
ground.
grounds are all connected.
It's 3 grounds.
Right,
so
that makes sense.
Put multimeter on a ground anywhere on it, and then hit each one of those 4 pads, and it'll go beep, 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 and that's the signal pad, the one that doesn't beep. Yeah, that's the smart way of doing it. Look, it's almost as easy to just brute force it and solder it to each one. than to do this. Look, this is the problem. Here's my problem with using the multimeter. Look, it's all. Look at how nice. It's all nicely wrapped up. Look how nice that is. I don't want to mess.
It's all nicely wrapped up because you never fucking use the thing.
I gotta like take this thing off, and then like I gotta take these little caps off. And look, there's this.
Are you fucking me right
dial
now?
thing? You gotta spin this dial thing. It's too much. It's too much. Just solder it to every single one of the 4 pads, and you'll find the one.
Give me this fucking thing.
Don't you take that apart.
I'm taking it apart.
Up nicely. Uriel
it's
says,
done so perfectly.
I appreciate both their cameras. I told them.
All buttoned up.
Tiny whoops, yo. Woo. Working tiny whoops. Look at all that clear and blue.
It took 15 minutes to swap a single plug. So this is why I hate working.
Didn't you have to? How did you fix the broken wire?
You gave me another camera.
Oh, perfect.
But I think the camera's fine. I just keep that.
Yeah, it'll just deal with the stupid PCB insulated wire. Yeah, right. Ramdongo says, "Are really small motor wires going to be a thing?" I hope not. I think what Ramdongo is talking about is the on the stream Wednesday we had the Hummingbird race with. Something that the top racers are starting to do is the winding material that goes around the stator poles. They're just running that extra long and then soldering that directly to the AIO.
Racers are fucking annoying.
That's just so insane
just
to me.
Good.
I get it, but like, boy, is that a pain. I hope that does not catch on because you can't put.
Of a gram is not going to save you any time. Just get good.
If you spent the time
can't
just
put plugs on it
and not being trash.
I mean,
I'm starting a war with racers right now. I don't
top
care.
guys all do it, so they're pretty quick. But I hope it doesn't catch on. I really don't. I think that's what you're talking about,
if I followed
right?
everything that the top guys all did, one setting?
You'd be faster. You'd be as fast as they are.
Yeah, if I followed everything that the winners were doing, I'd use ramp up power.
If any of you have your ramp up power set at max, I will fight you.
I mean.
Unless it's a tiny whoop. If it's a tiny whoop, then
I'll fucking dox you so she can fight you. Turn your ramp up power the fuck down. Stop it.
It's a 5-inch or.
It should not be maxed on anything other than
anything
tiny
other
whoops.
than like 3.5.
Yeah.
It should be like 25%.
Lewis says 260 mAh versus 300 mAh. In 99% of the cases, 300. But if you've got a really, really, really lightweight setup, like sub 17 grams on lower kV motors, the 260s are actually pretty decent, and they are quite a bit lighter. So yeah, depends on the application. Thrash says, "Thank you for explaining pads to check for continuity. I feel like no one ever explains what pads/surfaces you actually touch." You're welcome, brother. Just like PCB design 101, the PCBs are a bunch of layers. There's one big thick copper layer that is the ground layer, and like all of your ground pads are connected to that one ground layer. Cool. Atreides with a $5 super chat. Thank you, dude. He says, "I came up with the 533 race whoop ready to fly." And what? I came up with the 533 race whoop ready to fly and build them all. What does that mean? Are you interested in flying one? It's Cockroach Light AF frame, not Meteor Air as listed. Are you saying that you built a bunch of the 533 race whoops? I have had like race whoop kind of builds that I've flown. It's a lot of up tilt, and like I just don't like racing. So I super appreciate the offer, but like I've done race builds before, so I'm good. You should fly the shit out of those though, and having extras is good because race builds
he's the
explode.
builder for them.
Oh, Atreides, of course. You're the builder. No, yeah, I've done a super lightweight race build before and railed it around, and I ended up taking it apart. But I appreciate the offer, man. It's super cool. Ramdongo says, "What gauge wire can give 5 amp? It would be like a limit to save the ESCs." I mean, we use the thinnest gauge of wire already, which is 30 gauge. So you can't really go under that. But you wouldn't necessarily want to do that. Going smaller and smaller and smaller would actually add resistance, which is not really what we want. So we can't like... What I think Ramdongo is trying to do is save the 5 amp FETs by adding resistance elsewhere. Yeah, the 5 amp
FETs
work
backwards. I think that would.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know everything there is to know about electricity, but I think it would actually do the opposite. But here's the thing. We run 40,000 kV 702s on these 5 amp FETs, and it's completely fine. So the 5 amp FETs are okay. We're good. 661 says, just got here. Is it bound yet? I haven't even started. I'm dragging it out in hopes that we can get to 9 o'clock, and then I can just be like, oh, man, we ran out of time. I can't fuck this up. So, yeah. But I'm almost caught up on chat. Brandon Bean says, I'm a racer now. Went to a Tiny Whoop race and filled in for a long absent pilot. Very cool. Nice. I don't have a problem with racing. They might, but I'm okay with it.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it. I think races are annoying.
I have a problem with your builds mostly.
It's annoying. 661 says, no, we got that. Am I caught up? All right. So apparently there's an online ELRS donkey.
There is.
What is it?
ELRS
configurator. Will that find it? Yeah, well, nope.
Should just be.
Is it the second one?
Have you tried appending the word online?
Click the first third one.
Scroll down.
This would be it, right? No. No.
No.
I found it the other day.
Append the word online.
Yeah. Wait, online.
Jesus
online.
Christ.
What is this? Append? You say append? What are you, fancy?
I work in cybersecurity, you fuck.
What is this?
Look at that.
How to use jargon 101?
Where's the...
Do you feel extra fancy when you use inter-industry jargon around us plebs?
That's not inter-industry jargon. That's just English.
Probably. Web flasher. There it is. That's how you find it. It's the third result if you search for online ELRS configurator.
Donate to his fucking Patreon or I'm doing it. $5 now.
There it is.
Or he's gonna die.
Look, Treats for Teddy Fund is very underfunded.
Right.
Everybody wants the dog to die, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Thrash FPV for a $2 super chat. Thank you, brother.
Hey.
He says, for all the money you helped me save and the chaos. Thank you, dude.
FPV
be honest, it's mostly the chaos.
Thrash is correct.
Thrash says ELRS will always be your sleep paralysis demon.
Nah, he ain't wrong.
All right, so apparently this is the thing. So this is not all right.
I've never used this.
Look, I want you guys to listen very carefully right now.
Tweez.
This is in no way, shape, or form a how-to guide on flashing ELRS. This is much more old, dumb, smooth-brained man figures out how to update ELRS for the first time. So don't do what I do. Just revel in the insanity.
I can't wait to see this brick happen.
Main RC firmware. Transmitter. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, for God's sakes, already. Jim. Oh, no.
All right, go. It's right there.
Hold on, here we go. Backpack firmware. What's this? I saw transmitter module. No, that's not it. We want transmitter. Cool.
So, for anyone who wants to know, the backpack is a second little chip.
Put it over your shoulders.
It's a second little chip so that you can sync your ELRS stuff with like a analog receiver, or maybe even HD0.
Yeah, you can control the VTX.
So you can control the VTX through
the
ELRS Lewis script.
It is super cool.
It's pretty neat.
I'll never use it.
Yeah, same.
CXBFPV with a $2 super Teddy. So for Teddy, thanks for all you do for us. Thank you, dude. Off access with 5 Canadian Californian dollars. He says, I'm here just for the entertainment and sometimes learn some shit, but mostly for the flights and freakouts. Thank you, dude. Okay, so I clicked the thing. Now, 3.5.1, sure. Hardware vendor. Here's where things get nightmarish. This is a Naminmo module here. So
you're flashing the transmitter or the receiver?
Receiver.
But you went to
I'm sorry, not receiver. Transmitter. Okay. Module is what I meant to say. So Naminmo, we got that. Radio frequency 2.4, awesome. Hardware target, amazing. There's only 2.
Yours is OLED.
How do you know that?
Because it has the same one.
Because it says OLED on it. There you go, friends. It says OLED right here.
It has the little tiny screen.
It has a little tiny screen. Next.
I think both actually work.
Bind phrase. Here we go.
That doesn't work.
Right.
You don't just make your bind phrase like beans on toast like I do?
Nah.
That's my bind phrase, by the way, everyone.
So we're switching to a bind phrase on 3.0. My 2.5 has the bind phrase, but it never made it over to the version 3.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Region, FCC, that's us. Wi-Fi SSID, I don't know what that is. We'll just ignore it. Wi-Fi password, I don't know what that is. Flashing method. I do know what those things are, but we're not going to use them.
I've never heard of a computer once in my life.
Plugging it in.
Yeah, so we're going to plug it in. So serial UART. What'd you say, Izzy?
I said I've never heard of a computer once in my life.
Advanced settings, Wi-Fi auto on interval, whatever, leave it.
Make that
TLM
lower.
report interval, whatever, leave it.
Don't make it lower.
Minimum fan runtime, 30 seconds. Cool, leave it. Next.
Jesus Christ. You're all so wrong.
Wait, what?
Express LRS wants to connect to serial
You have your
port.
Wi-Fi as, like 30 seconds?
Hold on.
Why?
In theory, so we're gonna plug it in now.
Turns on faster.
No, that's
Plugging it in.
if it's
plugged
the
in.
transmitter. You just turn it on in Lewis script.
Yeah, but when it's
All right, connect
the
to
only
a
time I
serial
ever need
port.
Wi-Fi is when it's not connected to the transmitter.
Hold
And I
on.
don't feel like waiting 60 fucking seconds.
Yeah,
to
but
fix
when it goes into
Taking
Wi-Fi
it out
mode,
of the
won't
thing.
bind.
Oh god, the plug fell out. What's happening?
I want it to go into Wi-Fi mode to flash it.
I know.
All right, we're
But
plugged
if
in.
it goes into Wi-Fi mode, it won't connect to.
There it is. Look at that. USB serial.
drone, so
Click
it
on
doesn't-
that.
If you
If it
Connect.
doesn't connect within 20
I know
seconds,
how it works
then
with
you
the
got a
transmitter
problem.
actually.
Connect to serial entering
Yeah.
flashing mode. It would appear to be doing things. This is great. This is great. Flash.
It's called don't have your radio on for 20 seconds sitting around doing nothing.
Oh my god, it's working.
That sometimes happens.
Yo, the
You're
web
swapping
the
a
web
battery.
flasher is the jam, my friends.
Oh,
really?
Freeloader says Teddy needs
Maybe
treats
swap
with a
batteries,
$5 super
not
chat.
doing
Thank you,
Wi-Fi, so you don't
dude.
miss your power
27 goes
Sometimes you
to
power it up.
32.
Then you wait a bit.
Thank you,
on. I
dude.
don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
6S1 says don't UART flash. Jesus. Well, too late.
You can UART flash.
It's almost done flashing. It worked fine. Why not UART flash?
UART flash just sometimes doesn't work.
Is
when you have
chat
to
enjoying our
Wi-Fi.
bickering?
Perhaps.
Yeah, see, it works.
We were
Look at that. It worked.
doing a bicker.
Back to start.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now it says no handset. What the hell does that mean?
It's not plugged into there.
Ah, good call. All right. So now we put it
What would you do without me?
back into the
How do
transmitter.
you stream without me?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And now check this out. It's going to say instead of 3.0.0, it's going to say 3.5.1. Look at that. It says 3.5.1 now, and there's a funny little Naminmo graphic.
Oh.
Now for the big moment. If this shit is not bound, I'm going to smash everything in sight and light the entire building on fire.
BRB, let me get out of sight.
Here we go. Here's the answer to the question. Do you need to rebind shit?
Like, I'm trying.
Power?
I can't help him. I gotta just, like,
Here it comes.
this fan of like.
I'm going to
She's
burn the
smarter
house
than me,
down
but has
in
some bad
3,
opinions.
2,
Some bad
1.
Yes, you do.
and very few.
It has lost its bind.
You have
I
the
now need to
least-
rebind like 25 different things.
Do the thing.
Ah!
You want your drink now, baby?
Yes, yes, please, all of it.
I want
Yeah.
mine.
Thanks for giving me false hope, you jerks. Let's do this. Let's see if now it will. The Hummingbird will now bind. Watch this. Ready?
I did.
Hummingbird. Plugging it in. And pushing the bind button. And now coming in here. And bind mode. Press to bind. Binding. Oh, wow. It still won't bind. Well, I'm out of ideas at this point.
What version's that on?
Are your whoops on version 2 or
It's
version 3?
more than 3. Higher than 3.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So I have no idea why the Hummingbird V3.1s won't bind. We'll try 2.5. It won't work. No, I tried this Wednesday. It won't work. We'll try doing it through Betaflight, I guess. Wow. I officially have no idea. Well, maybe 3.5.1 is too new for them. Maybe I was too old, and now I'm too new. Wouldn't that be a
Actually,
cruel
maybe.
twist of fate?
I
Right?
think I saw something on Facebook that there was something with one of the versions that was
Awesome.
weird.
Yes! Yes! Oh, thank you,
Aaron,
baby.
you know how you just said you don't use AIOs ever? It's weird that
Well,
this
you
is the
have to.
exact AIO.
That's the only good one. And it's like
That's the one I use.
$120.
That's the one I
Jesus.
use. Yeah, I dropped money on it. I don't care. I work cybersecurity. Eat my ass.
Ooh, this is good. All
It
right.
is good. He
I
mixed
have
it,
to.
by the way. He mixed it up.
Oh, do you have chicken? Do you have your disgusting chicken?
Oh,
Nasty,
helps.
nasty
Give me that.
chicken.
that helps. I'm going to shit a brick later.
Need tongs.
Nobody wants to touch that chicken.
I'm just gonna sit here now.
Freeloader says Nubidra needs model match. We'll try it. Let's see. Connect. Receiver. Bind receiver. It is now definitely in bind mode. Let's come in here. Bind mode. Press the send button. Oh! There was something. Oh, did you guys see it? Refresh. Save. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Look. We got binding phrase now. Whoop. Wait.
We'll just sit there and stare.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great. It's going to work.
This is going to be the first time I ever see this work in my life.
What? Express LRS in general? Or
just
me?
Through the Betaflight UI.
Nope. Still won't bind.
Yep, told you. I've never had it work.
Let's try this.
Probably.
This.
Probably.
We didn't even get that weird blip this time. Great. I'm model match. Let's try model match. Because this isn't quite painful enough. We should make it more painful. ELRS Lua executes. Model match is off. Turning it on. And backing out. Okay. Bind receiver. Oh, no. Hey, shit. Bind mode. Press to send bind. Nope, still doesn't work. Let's power cycle the,
Wait,
the whoop.
Pause.
No.
You said this is SPI?
Oh, I forget if it's SPI or UR. I think it is SPI, though.
Then if it's SPI, can it not be version 3?
No. SPI, it's built into the Betaflight
new version of
hex. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, for example, to get a bunch of mine from 2.5 to 3, I had to update Betaflight to 0.5. It was super annoying.
Gotcha. Okay.
Receiver tab. Still obviously not bind. Let's hit bind receiver. And bind mode. Press to send binding request. Binding. Nothing. So, yeah. I have a funny feeling that 3.5.1 is ain't it. It ain't it. Atreides says 3.4.0 fixes everything, ELRS devs say. Let's do that. Let's put this module onto 3.4.1. Because it was so easy to flash it on the website there, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're going to myth bust this shit. Plugging the module in again. Transmitter. Here, let me do this. This will make
340.
everybody's lives easier.
Yeah.
There's like nothing in 3.5.1 that's all that interesting either. So let's do 340. Hardware vendor. Naminmo. 2.4. OLED. Next. For the record, I'm really impressed by this web flasher. Whoever told me to use the web flasher, thank you. Bind phrase. I cannot believe I'm going to have to redo every single one of my effing rigs. Flashing method, serial UART because it works. Advanced settings, nothing. Next. And then we want USB serial. Connect. Enter flashing mode. Connecting. Things are happening.
Brandon Bean says we're your emotional support. I think he's right. What's that?
Get out of there!
His cookie stash.
Give me one.
You want one?
They're all cakey and shit. Flash, look at this. Flash.
Pumpkin.
Was I just fed a stolen cookie?
Mm-hmm.
Am I
Like a pumpkin.
You're an accomplice now.
am I an accomplice to the crime?
The secret
I just need
cookie
to
stash. Just
break
like
a little bit
nasty,
off.
Like all smushed. You want one? It's like
Thank you.
pumpkin.
Is he gonna
Pumpkin
stab
chocolate
me?
chip cookies.
How does this even
He
work?
hides his snacks because if he keeps it upstairs, the kids will eat it.
Off-axis says SPI can also be UART on some of these stupid builds. At least one AIO board I came across. If you haven't tried it, it won't kill you to try it. That's insane. All right, cool. Back to start. So now we're on 3.4. Let's see if that
You said SPI can also be UART on some of
fixes
them?
anything.
Wow, fuck that.
I don't think you have to unplug it to flash up.
That's man-made horrors
I
beyond my
wouldn't think so either.
comprehension.
I trust nothing though.
Mm-hmm.
Power cycling the transmitter. God forbid that was acting weird. Plugging the Hummingbird version 3.1 in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Pushing the bind button.
Oh, it has a bind button.
Oh
know,
God, do you
it's
remember
so
that?
Nice.
Packet rate matching.
Green
when in
is
order to bind, you had to be on the
flashing
same.
fast. Yeah, that happens on a lot of tiny whoops actually. 250. That's why I run 250 on everything, because it's like fast enough, but not doesn't cause problems.
Yeah, somebody just in chat just mentioned it, and I had flashbacks of the war.
I run 150.
Still not working. Still not working. Let's plug it into Betaflight and we'll try there. Wow, this is super weird.
Sorry.
In talking to Newbie Drone, nobody else has had binding problems. I don't understand what is happening here. Other than ELRS just has it out for me. Bind receiver. I'm gonna take the binding phrase out in a minute, but let's just try this. Bind receiver, binding, nothing. Try it again, nothing. Click on the binding phrase for me. I'm gonna take that out of there. Save and reboot, please. All right, let's try this.
Oh, you don't have it where it goes to the same tab you were on.
Is that a thing? Do it. Oh. Packet rate, bind mode, press to send binding requests. Nothing. Hit refresh, and then hit save, and then hit bind receiver.
Here, wait for it. Bind mode. Huh.
Nothing.
Um,
Well, I'm out
what's
of.
the
I'm done.
command status. Oh, you want to plug it?
Yeah, it's just.
Plug it back in?
It's just. This is just insane.
See, this is the point where Ciotti gave up, but Eva didn't.
Ooh!
Uh-huh.
Why?
Type status.
Like, what else could it be?
What
else
not
could
that
it
one?
be?
That's one where you like see the versions.
Version.
Version.
God, I'm so helpful.
How do
Yeah.
you see ELRS version though?
I don't know.
Does anyone know how to see ELRS version in the CLI on Tiny Whoops?
If you do a dump all,
Or I
and
guess
then
maybe
open
it's
it up
only
in,
on. Is it a UART one?
No, I think it's SPI, but I mean, it is 3. Like it,
Okay.
it says on their website that it's 3 and everything. And I talked to them yesterday about it. So
I don't know.
yeah, no, it's. Oh wait, shit, is model match still turned on? Fuck you. I think it is. I think it is. I think I forgot to turn model match off. Scripts, tools. This will fix it. Maybe. Model match is still turned on. Ooh! Okay. Model match is now off. Please work. Please work. Please. Just be cool. Just be fucking cool for once in your life, FPV/ELRS. Just be cool once.
ELRS is always cool. It just hates you.
Except
Bind
for when it's
receiver.
not. It works till it doesn't.
So I had like my first
No.
issue with it
No.
a little while ago, and that was like the little squid stick.
Mm,
I couldn't get to.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't get it to flash for a while.
Oh, really?
It was just being weird.
Wow.
But I've been on ELRS like since you had to build your own hardware, and
Yeah, I mean, I've had
It's been
loads of problems,
really great.
but like I've always been able to figure them out
Mhm.
eventually. This is a first. This is
weird.
Somebody asked, did you try blowing on the cartridge?
Have you tried
Not
turning it
yet.
off and back on again?
I did. I just did.
What about the receiver mode?
nothing.
Have you tried trying UART? I know that like we're just throwing stuff at your face at this point, but
I haven't. Okay, it's not packet rate.
Eedok.
Whoa!
We've cried a lot. That's the answer.
No, why? Why did you do something and now nothing, you fart bag bastard? What? Okay, yeah. Keep doing that, but what?
What is it doing?
What is it doing, indeed?
Quad's DOA,
Is it just
dude.
broken?
Yeah, it's DOA.
Well, that would be two...
It's Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Two AIOs in a row. It's not model match, CB. Limits this AIO does not do the 3-plug thing. It's got a bind button and or you can use the receiver. Guys, keep in mind that I spent hours talking to Newbie Drone about this yesterday. Yeah, no. Also, like I've bound ELRS to 25, 30 different rigs with not a ton of problems. So there's that.
It's in bind mode.
Why does it do?
Yeah.
Why does it get like some signal and
Has
then?
anyone seen that before?
I've seen it before, and the fix is to click refresh and then save for some unknown, strange, weirdo reason. All right. I mean, I did not try this because it specifically says on their website that it's SPI, but there's nothing else to try. We're going like into a third hour of trying to get this thing bound at this point between Wednesday and today. So UART and then CRSF, save and reboot. This won't work, but again, there's nothing left to try. So now we've lost the bind button. So now I have to physically push the bind button. Although now it's not flashing the green light because it's confused now. Well, let's power cycle it. Yeah, this isn't gonna fix it. Thrash FPV with a $2 super chat. He says I can just feel the pain from here. Yeah, this is. I have an idea. This is.
Is it to grab a hammer?
This is quite frustrating. All right, pushing the bind button. But see, now I don't get a green light. The green light is. Yeah, no, it's not UART based. It's not even connecting to ELRS now that we've changed those settings.
So it is SPI.
So, all right. Oh, great! It's not plugged in anymore. Okay, well, are you on version 3?
Yeah.
Point something. All right, so now we're gonna try a different module. On yesterday's live stream, Brandon's Baked Beans did say a bunch of times that he thinks the crystal oscillator thingamabobby in the Naminmo module here is the problem.
It's the same module, so.
Oh wait, no, hold on. We gotta fix this. We gotta turn this off. Oh, you're on a Naminmo as well?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
I got mine way before you though, so.
Maybe.
Could be a different version or something.
Why is it doing that? Why? Why does it get something and then...
Try just...
Hold on.
Or take out the bind first.
Alright, so now we're going to try a different module. So save and refresh. Come back in. Receiver. Alright, hit bind mode, yo. Nothing. And it is flashing fast green. So the AIO is in bind mode.
Oh, I'm on 150 hertz, I think.
Well, I mean, 250 is not a requirement, but off axis confirms it's SPI for sure. Scotty Scott says Chandra USB cable. What's that mean? Tokyo Dom says
it's connected to Betaflight, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it's just getting power from the USB cable. Tokyo Dom says, do you have other radio? Yeah, we're kind of trying that now.
It's the same module. I'm on 3.2.
Eedok says, do you have another SPI quad that's bound? You can pull the ELRS settings out of a dump. I have about 30, but it doesn't
You should just be able to enter your bind phrase
like
there.
that.
And then
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah, right. There's like one line in the CLI that just has the bind phrase. Tokyo Dom says this looks like the same thing you see if the transmitter and receiver are on different major versions, 2 point versus 2 point something versus 3 point something. Yeah, I tried my other module, which is on 2.5, and it didn't work. Freelogis says AIO is being really fucky. 6is1 says, are you sure it's not Free Sky?
Try power cycling it.
Allvaxis says, have you tried updating to the newest firmware NewBie has on their GitHub page? It says 4.5.0. I have indeed. Although not on this one, on the other one, which is... Can you hand me that Hummingbird box there?
Nope.
So I did do that on this one.
It's doing more than it was. Did that a couple times.
All right. Let's try this other one that I did update the firmware on. But I will say this. Both of these rigs that NewBie sent me, they specifically said don't update these. We have a newer version of the flight firmware on there. But, hey, let's try. I haven't tried this race that we were playing with on the stream the other night. Slow flashing green means it's not in bind mode. That's great. I'm going to push the bind button. Now it's fast flashing green, which means that it is in bind mode. Bind mode, pressing to send binding request. Nothing. I don't get it.
You are too much.
I don't get it.
So adorable.
I'll put this into Betaflight,
So pretty.
and I'll hit the bind button there.
What's your number, by the way?
Receiver,
You want it from me? Yeah, sure. Give me Maggie's
bind
number.
receiver. Let's see.
706. Are you gonna send it?
Sending bind request. Nothing. We've got the binding phrase in here. That's not helping. Let's take that out. Maybe that'll help. I'm sure it won't. You never know, though. We're trying absolutely everything. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And bind receiver.
How long did you say you're staying for?
Bind mode. Nothing.
Until next weekend? Next weekend.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm done. That's all. So
Almost like
great.
40 minutes from here. If you two want to go with us. But it sounds like you're heading back.
I think I have my...
what doesn't make sense is it's two of these. Two of these that aren't working. Eedok says the CLI command is express LRS. EXPRESS LRS. Nope, nothing. Didn't do anything. Get express LRS. Get express LRS. Hey, there we go.
Been there, right?
Okay.
To Athens?
Yeah.
Have you been to Athens? You've heard of it, right?
There's what comes up. So let's do this. I'm going to hook up to another rig and look at what those settings are, and then we're going to compare them. Although, now that I've updated this, I don't have a single rig that's bound. So yeah, I wish I were dead.
Me too!
Hi, baby. You're cheating on me.
All right, so I guess I now have to start rebinding everything. Oh, wow. Okay, there is no worse idea than getting into FPV in general. Oh my god. Oh. It was looking at the CLI. Well, now nothing else will bind.
I honestly can't handle it.
Oh my god.
The slightest fucking inconvenience happens in FPV,
my
and I
god.
message Eva. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
To an extent.
Hold on. Let's try it in here.
Until I show up.
Maybe the 3-plug thing doesn't work anymore. Certainly used to work though. Bind receiver.
Both. I think it's it's stubbornness.
There we go. All right, so I just have to do that 4,000 more times. Great. So refresh, then save. Let me try this though. Hold on. Let me try this.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna try this on the next one. Hold on. So this one's fine. I'm gonna hook up to this one. I'm gonna try that fancy little binding phrase, man. Maybe that'll make. I mean, it really doesn't save any time. Connect.
Oh yeah, no, me too.
What? Why are you not? Oh.
If you ask me to read something,
Come on,
and the
please,
paragraph is
Betaflight,
not
please.
the words I just read, we're done.
All right, unplugging, replugging.
I don't want to. I've got no interest in growing.
Connect.
You see the side eye I just got?
Okay, this is muffed up. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Connect, receiver, binding phrase.
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna save and reboot.
They can.
And now apparently this thing will just magically be bound. I don't fucking buy it. Oh my god! Alright, well the binding phrase thing works. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so in here we're going to type get express LRS. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this in here. And so now we've got that. Come on, you bastard. There it is. Okay, so there's a little screenshot.
You have to push yourself now.
And so now we will unplug this. I need to put an area for the freshly bound quads to hang out in. Okay. So now we're going to take this.
To rebind all of them?
Yeah.
Probably,
Everything.
sides.
Even the rigs with like receivers buried in them, which is just going to be a real pain in the dick. Because I never used binding phrase. Well, on 2.5 I used the binding phrase, but I didn't use the binding phrase on 3. On the 3.0 I just never did it. Okay, so Hummingbird F4 V3. Here it is. CLI. Get express LRS. You get express LRS. There we go. So
There was a data breach of
let's see what the hell's going on here. Express LRS UID. God only knows what that means.
Unique ID.
They're different. I would assume they'd be different though. Array length is the same. Default value 00. Okay.
The UID should be the same for the same binding phrase.
Can I I wonder if I can force that in there. Let's look at the rest though. ISM 2400. That's the same. Great. Rate index equals 1. Great. Hybrid 255 255. Okay, so I'm gonna try to force this UID in there.
Did you type it in the receiver tab?
Oh, I can do that. Right.
Yeah. It shows you in the receiver tab. It should...
Yeah. All right, so let's try that.
It's called fish training, and I think
Here we go, and
yeah, that one's had mine in it.
I have a very strong
balls.
Just do CiottiFPV.
All right, so let's
type CiottiFPV.
Don't do it.
Oh, right.
And
that screenshot I took
there you
is
go.
not.
There you
Oh,
go.
it is.
There.
Yeah, so this ain't gonna work. So we've already done this. This is a waste of time. God damn it.
That's the one that was having issues.
Yeah. Well, all those other settings.
The only thing fish training emails do is make it so people aren't going to click
Why? Why does it do that?
It might just be warped.
But how is it 2 of them? Right?
There might just be like some firmware issue or something.
Nobody else has had this problem. I'm the only one with this problem with two boards. Like like it could totally be I just got the 2 bad boards. But like, boy, is
that's freaky,
right?
I'm not clicking that until somebody in IT tells me to.
So I was non-compliant with my training. I was like, I don't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. 10 more minutes and the nightmare ends. Eedok says it's like JB winning on the wheel twice. You won the Bad RX twice.
So the UID Thrash FPV is a I forget how it's like encoded.
Interesting. Yeah.
It'll be the same. Your binding phrase will be the same. Like it will have the same UID on any quad. But it's just like encoding the binding phrase as a numerical value, essentially.
Thrash also says ELRS can get fucked. Get _ fucked, even better.
It's great.
661 says, wait, 2? You have 2 of these loops not binding? Yep.
And they're the same. They're like the same board.
Yeah. Well, they're similar. One of them has motor plugs, the other one doesn't. It's the race version of the board and the non-race version of the board. Let's go back to the race version of the board again. Wow. Brutal. Connecting, close, receiver. FPV. And try that again, but I'm gonna.
That's the right word, Eedok.
I'm gonna try. What's interesting? This one doesn't. It gives me nothing. I get nothing on this one.
It could be something weird with the Naminmo module, or
I guess it has to be. Well,
you have another one, but it's for 2.
It's on 2.5, and I'm not gonna change it. I mean, I guess I could bounce it back. No, I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it.
So this is why you use the binding phrase, so you can just change versions and it doesn't.
No, I'm not gonna have it unbind from everything. I'm just not doing it. I already created hours worth of rebinding work. I'm not gonna make it even worse. The only. This is the end of the stream. I'm done. The only possible thing that I can think of is that the new, either out of all of the reviewers, I'm the only one that somehow managed to get 2 bad boards in a row, which is hysterically unlikely. But it's FPV. What I really think is the issue is there's something weird about this Naminmo module. This Naminmo module does not jive with these Hummingbird V3.1s. Here's what's even weirder.
Brandon that said something about that?
That was Brandon's thought yesterday. Once we tried everything else, Brandon's like,
It's Brandon, so I believe him.
Right? Yeah. Here's the really insane thing, is that the Hummingbird version 3, which I think is the exact same board as this, but it doesn't have that crazy CAC custom hex, was totally fine. I've had 3 of the Hummingbird version 3s, and they were all totally fine. It's this 3.1 with this CAC stuff. Yeah, Eedok says, give me a minute. I have that module. I'll test it on mine. Eedok, you don't have this version 3.1, though, do you? Did they send you one of these testing units? If you just have the regular Hummingbird version 3, it doesn't matter. That it'll absolutely work on the Naminmo. This is a new problem with the version 3.1.
Yeah.
We will. Eedok says, I just have a race 3.1. Is it the brand new one? Did they send you it as a prototype? I'm only having the problems with the prototypes. Oh boy.
I hate that.
Wow. What a Eedok ordered it on Tuesday. Okay, so you do have this one. Thank you, dude. So I'm just gonna sit here and drink while we wait for Eedok. I'm done. Feel free to take over the stream, Eva and or Izzy. I'm out. I'm out.
You probably will never get over like 70-something.
Cheers to the greatest hobby in the world.
Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Hey, what motors should I put on the, never mind, I already know. Module 6 the ultimate Module 6 2024 is going to get moved to 40, that's right, 40,000 kV 0702s.
That's fake.
Because these motors are banged up anyway, and they're direct soldered. And I have a set of 0702 40,000s that I cut the leads off of for
Trey said turn down PID loop
the
frequency.
Betaflight.
Maybe.
What?
CPU load was... I was only at 46%, you're saying. So
CPU load. That's an interesting
an
thought.
idea.
It's. I'll try anything at this point. I'm going to turn everything down. I'm going to turn absolutely everything down.
But
that weird behavior that it had, though, that's
it
like
seems like it was
something.
doing something. The one that was doing nothing might just be worked, but the oscillator frequency being mismatched seems more likely to me than CPU load. If it was like at 100%, yeah. If it was just at like 40%.
Yeah, it's at 43. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but we're still gonna try it. 3.2 down to 1.6. I'm even gonna bring down the. D-shot. D-shot down to 150. Wow, look at that CPU load. It went from 46 down to 23. Holy shit. And now down to 21. All right, let's see. I mean, it should be...
Nope, doing the same thing.
Wow, it's doing it more, though.
Come on now.
It's doing it way more. Oh, as soon as I move the sticks, it stops.
Try one of your aux modes.
Hell?
See what happens. No, it's not.
Oh, wait a second. Nope, that's not on. Oh, modes tabs are all... This is as it came. This doesn't have any of my weird shit put on it. This is right out of the box. The other one, I put some of my stuff on it. I could maybe see that being a problem, but this is straight out of the box. Air mode, channel forwarding. What is this? In-flight level calibration? I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. But
wait for it to... Like, you know how like sometimes you'll plug it in and then it won't let you take off until it just sits there for a second?
Oh, wow, you can turn that off. That's actually really nice to turn that off if you're trying to launch from a boat.
Turning it on is what you want for that or something? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, shit! Eedok says working on my Ranger, but not on my Naminmo. There it is. Okay. There it is. It's the new the new version 3. I think it's I bet you it's that CAC firmware. It does not jive with the Naminmo.
Firmware, it might be a hardware issue.
Wow, or hardware.
If it's a crystal oscillator thing, then it's hardware.
There it is.
And it's just the frequencies aren't.
Cheers, friends. If you have a Naminmo module, do not buy the Newbie Drone Race 3.1.
That's
wow. That is obnoxious. Thank you, Eedok, so much for checking that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're awesome.
That is absolutely fantastic. That's all for me. You guys want to say anything? Nope. All right, great. Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye.
I'll see you guys on Sunday when I'll be still rebinding 8,000 different rigs.
This is why you use bind phrase.
God, what a god. Well, I am now.
Yeah.
Wait, did you fix it?
No.
No, it's
Eedok in chat said he tried it with his Naminmo
hardware
module
issue.
and his Ranger module, and it works with the Ranger one, but not with the Naminmo.
Here's me flying something somewhere. Love you. Bye.